Welcome to Bitcoin Today. I'm your host Laura Saggers, and we are here to bring you Bitcoin's weekly news updates, as well as educate you on what it is, how to get into it, and the history of it all. NewsBTC writes, "The Rise and Rise of Bitcoin debuts Wednesday at the Tribeca Film Festival." There's been a whole lot of buzz in the Bitcoin community surrounding the release of The Rise and Rise of Bitcoin, a documentary that chronicles the Bitcoin digital currency. Featuring interviews with well-known entities in the Bitcoin community, the film is by far the most in-depth feature on Bitcoin, and judging by the official trailer, it looks to be a great experience. The film tells the story of Bitcoin, a revolutionary technology that's changing the game of how money works. It takes you on a journey of how it all started and how it boomed, and highlights some of the early entrepreneurs and the enthusiasts in the space that helped pave the way. Bitcoin Magazine writes, "A message to the class of 2018. Consider cryptocurrencies." By April 15, which was a few short days ago, most high school seniors had already submitted their statement of intent to register to the college of their choice. Since then, they have turned their eyes towards the fall semester and what they will elect to study there. Thus, students want to select a major that is viewed favorably by employers, so that they may lead to a long, prosperous, and financially rewarding career. If this is what students are after, the article urges this incoming class of 2018 to closely consider the field of cryptocurrency. Well, that's it for the news this week. Over to Susie Jane, Bitcoin Today's field reporter. Susie.
Well, hi there, y'all. My name's Susie Jane, and I am Bitcoin Today's field reporter. Today, I'm going to talk to y'all about how to sign up for a Bitcoin wallet. After some research, I found out that Coinbase is one wallet that's on offer that's real easy to use. I signed up for one today, and I'm going to teach you how to get one for you. First up, visit Coinbase.com and sign up using your email and choose a password. Remember the password rule Sergeant Lockdown taught us in last week's episode? You don't want to get hacked now, do ya? You will then be sent a confirmation email. Confirm your email address. You'll be taken to the main page. Next, click and verify your phone. This will then ask you to sign up with the Authy app. Sergeant Lockdown's going to explain what that is in more detail after this. Once you put your mobile phone number in, sign up with Authy and you're ready to go. Next time, I'm going to teach you how to buy your first Bitcoin. Remember to bring your bank account details. You're going to need them in order to link them up to your brand new wallet. Until next time, bye y'all. I'm Susie Jane. Over to you in the studio.
Thank you, Susie. After the break, we have our interview hotspot with Mo Levin.
Isn't it about time someone made buying and selling Bitcoins easier? At bitsimple.com, we believe we have. We are your one-stop shop for purchasing and selling Bitcoins. Visit BitSimple today and sign up for your very own account. BitSimple, a simpler way to buy and sell Bitcoins. BitSimple.
Welcome back to Bitcoin Today. Now it's time for our interview hotspot. Today I have the pleasure of interviewing Mo Levin, the organizer of some of the biggest Bitcoin conferences worldwide that some of you may have been to. Mo, welcome to the show. How are you?
Fantastic.
What conferences have you organized for Bitcoin, and what is the point of them?
The last one I did was a North American Bitcoin conference in January in Miami Beach. The point of these conferences is to get people to connect face to face. Having interactions online doesn't really give people the interconnectedness of the community of Bitcoin. So I think it's important for the community to have a place where people can connect.
So how did you get into doing all this?
January, February last year, I was thinking about making a conference because there's only been, by that time, San Jose was a few months earlier, and that was pretty much the only conference that has happened. And so I decided to make this Amsterdam conference, I guess the second big one. And it was a steep learning curve to try to learn how to make a conference, but marketed well with a good staff and getting the community involved and having not just a display of wealth that a lot of these conferences are, more of a community driven sort of event where everybody can talk. Developers are on stage as well as investors. And it's turned out bigger and bigger, I guess.
So what is the next conference that you've got planned coming up? And what can attendees look forward to? Anything new and exciting planned?
The next big one that I'm doing and most actively involved in is Chicago for the North American Bitcoin Conference Part 2. What I wanted to set up in Miami was a Bitcoin city where you could fly there using Bitcoin, you could stay in a hotel using Bitcoin, you could buy all your food and drinks with Bitcoin, and you could have this full experience of using Bitcoin in the real world, which isn't that, people don't do that often. And while it's okay and easy to make a conference just in any city, I think to get the full effect of how important Bitcoin can be and is, it's important to have a conference in a place where people can use their Bitcoin. What will be exceptional about Chicago, and I'm looking forward, is just doing conferences for a few years. You get to have crazy ideas, and the bigger they get, the more you can take chances.
And finally, our last question. Where can people find out more about these conferences?
Then at btcchicago.com. That's btcchicago.com is going to be the next conference in Chicago. There's a bunch more on the pipeline, but to learn more about conferences in general, it's bitcoin.org.
Well, that's it today for our interview hotspot. Thank you, Mo Levin, for coming onto the show. Hopefully we'll see you at the next conference. Next up, we have Sergeant Lockdown telling you all about two-factor authentication security. Sergeant Lockdown.
My name is Sergeant Lockdown, and I'm here to talk to you today about how to teach you all about signing up with what we call two-factor authentication. What is two-factor authentication, I hear you ask? Well, let me tell you. Two-factor authentication is when you use your mobile phone to generate a secret password that you then use to enter the website you are trying to log on to. This code changes after a few seconds, so only you have access to it. Without that code, no one will be able to get into your account. This stops hackers hacking into important sites like bank accounts and taking all your money. Once you sign up for a Coinbase wallet, it will ask you to register your phone, and it will tell you to download the Authy app from your app store. Once you register your phone with Authy and then register your phone with Coinbase, you are set to go. Two-factor authentication is a valuable tool in protection over the internet. Many companies offer it, such as Facebook, Google, eBay, Dropbox. Eventually everyone will be using this method, so if a site offers it, use it! Hackers want your money. Hackers ruin lives. Use two-factor authentication. The choice is yours.
Thank you, Sergeant Lockdown. Finally, we have our in-house social networker, Jean Doge, here to tell us all about what the coolest thing our viewers bought for Bitcoin this week was. Jean.
Hi everyone! I'm Jean Doge, and I am Bitcoin Today's social networker. Last week, I asked you what was the coolest thing you bought with Bitcoin, and someone emailed us saying they bought a Lamborghini. OMG! After some research, I found out that it's true. A Lamborghini was actually bought at Newport Beach last year using only Bitcoin. Far out! If anyone wants to buy me a Lamborghini with Bitcoin, like, totally feel free. Look how good I would look in it. This week's topic of conversation is, should Bitcoin be considered a currency or a commodity? Make sure to tweet us with your answers and I'll mention them on the show next week. This week we had All Things Bitcoin say that our episode was awesome. And also, Andy MH51 said it was great, funny, and informative. Susie Jane is a great skit. Keep up the good work and spread the Bitcoin love. Thanks, guys. You totally rock. Back to you, Laura.
Thank you, Jean. Well, that's it for us this week at Bitcoin Today. We hope you've been entertained and educated. We will see you next time. Bye.